Welcome to Biomic Time.
Yeah, welcome.
This episode, today we'll talk about water energy in human body. And let's watch the video first.
Yeah.
Water energy in human body. Body features and spiritual and behavioral manifestations. A water energy type person has a water's natural character. Winter's coldness lets most plants stop growing up and prepares them for the spring's reproduction. Water is the material source of life, and it is encompassing and bearing. Water can also flow smoothly and wisely. Ancient people called this smooth and wise energy the water energy. A person who has a lot of water energy has a water drop-shaped face and a water drop-shaped body. Spiritual and behavioral wise, the water energy type person is flowing, wise, encompassing, bearing, and reproductive. The water energy type person could do well at jobs that require being flowing, wise, encompassing, bearing, and reproductive, such as scientist, scholar, musician, researcher, engineer, creative jobs, etc. A water energy type person has a relatively big and strong kidney and bladder, because much water energy is reserved in the organs that correspond to the water energy. Lack of water energy, the kidneys and bladder can lose their abilities to smoothly process the water in the human body, both of which are unhealthy. A yin water energy type person has a bigger and stronger kidney, while a yang water energy type person has a bigger and stronger bladder. Due to the controlling sequence, water energy controls fire energy. The water energy type person has relatively small and weak organs that correspond to the fire energy, including heart and small intestine. The power to produce unique ideas comes from the kidney, and the power to produce essential body fluids come from the bladder. A water energy type person can relatively easily be smooth, wise, encompassing, and reproductive. However, due to the lack of fire energy caused by the controlling sequence, the water energy type person can lack propriety due to being too encompassing. Examples and diagnosis of a person's state who has unbalanced water energy. We describe the symptoms and diagnosis of lack of water energy. These symptoms are more severe in winter and during 8 p.m. to midnight. Psychosocial manifestations. Lack of water energy could manifest as not being smooth and not being wise, such as cannot relax, not calm, cannot endure, no idea, being sleepy, etc. Physical manifestations. Lack of water energy can manifest as body symptoms such as pain in kidney and or bladder and along the kidney and or bladder meridians, pain in other body areas related to water energy, black face, salty, ocean-like body smell, urinary infections, urethral stones, renal failure, nocturia, swollen body, menstrual pain, problem of reproductive system, post-delivery syndrome, sterility, adrenocortical disease, lower abdominal pain, sense of coldness, occipital headache, calf ache, frequent ankle sprains, intraocular pressure, decreasing pupil, back pain, otis media, general tinnitus, difficulty in hearing, deformity of the fifth toe, black cheeks, yawning frequently, high cholesterol, moaning, white hair, bone diseases, etc. Yawning and sighing are the relevant reflexes for replenishing the water energy to be smooth. They can also be treated as signs of the lack of water energy. Areas in the body that relate to water energy include kidney, bladder areas along the kidney and bladder meridians, bone marrow, bone, tendon, ear, and teeth. Any pain, sensitivity to touch, illness in these areas is an indication of lacking of water energy. Kidney meridian, yin. From sole of the foot, yon kun, to the head of the clavicle, yu fu. Root point of the kidney meridian is jingmen. Bladder meridian, yang. From internal orbital, jingming, to the fifth outer toenail edge, jiyun. Root point of the bladder meridian is zhongji. The root point of meridian is the acupoint on the meridian closest to the internal organ. If there is a problem with the internal organs, pressing the root point will be sensitive or painful. Pulse diagnosis. The standard method for diagnosis of the water energy is through the checking pulse. The water energy lacking pulse is caused by excessive sticky and lumpy earth energy. When the body flowing through the blood vessels becomes thick and hard, the pulse feels like touching stone. So in the ancient days, people called it sokmek. Other clues. The small universe of the human body is closely related to the larger cosmos, and problems in the large cosmos also reflect problems in our own small universe. If there are symptoms of water energy deficiency in your environment, not being smooth and wise, such as cannot relax, cannot endure, not wise, being sleepy, etc., in your environment, let's first check whether we have the problem of water energy deficiency and whether we have managed to be smooth and wise. Nature also gives us clues. For example, sometimes disasters caused by excessive water or coldness occur in the environment, such as storms, floods, cold waves, etc. Then when we see a disaster related to excessive water or coldness or hear about such a disaster on the news, we should check whether we lack water energy and whether we have managed to be smooth and wise. Methods for nourishing water energy. Pulse management. We can stimulate acupoints to release bad energies stuck in the water energy meridians and make space for the good water energy to come in. In a balanced yin-yang state, for kidney yin problems, Yang Quan is the acupoint to stimulate for bladder yang problems. Zhu Yin is the acupoint to stimulate. For unbalanced yin-yang for kidney yin problems, Zhao Hai is the acupoint to stimulate for bladder yang problems. Xun Mai is the acupoint to stimulate. Applying pressure at the acupoint is a simple way for the stimulation. Needling is an advanced stimulation method and should be applied with caution and under guidance. Heating up body. Applying heat to areas of the body that are experiencing symptoms of water energy deficiency can increase circulation and help restore water energy. Regimen. Foods associated with water energy are salty and ocean tasting foods. We can take these foods to supplement the water energy in application. We should also consider the yin-yang attributes of the food, i.e., for the lack of yin energy, one should take the yin energy food. Here are some foods associated with water energy. Grains, black bean, fruits, chestnut, vegetables, seaweed, beverages, soy milk, meats, pork, sea cucumber, deer antler, squid, kidney meat, bladder meat. Spices, salt or soy sauce. Note, the taste of food may vary in different regions, weather conditions, farming and processing methods, etc. Please check the taste of your food to decide its energy. Exercises and activities. We can use basic respiration by abdominal cavity and roll the ankle and stretch calf and back to supplement water energy. Environment. To supplement water energy, we can add black color to the environment, i.e., wearing black clothes and using black colored items. We can also increase water drop shaped objects and reduce round objects. Listening to double bass and cello music can also help replenish the water energy. Virtue and behavioral alignment. If there is a lack of water energy, we should consider whether we have achieved smoothness and wisdom from the perspective of virtue and behavior. We should be smooth, wise, encompassing, and consider the next generation.
Okay, so that's a video about water energy in human body.
Yeah, I really enjoyed because I have not enough water energy. The beautiful ocean, thank you.
Yeah, so let's talk a bit more about it. I want to know your view of water energy.
Yeah, water energy, really not easy to control. If I feel like, I hold the water and the water gone. Yeah, so let's just go. Sometimes we want to really control, but we find out disability and or out of our limit. So that's water energy.
Yeah. Okay, I have water energy. I can share some of my understanding of it. So I think water energy, by the supporting sequence, it comes from metal energy. And the metal energy has to do with righteousness and law abiding. So I think the law, to promote good water energy, we have to think about law abiding, which does not only mean the human level law, but also the law of the universe.
Yes.
So bigger law. And if we want to flow smoothly, we still have principle in like behind.
Yeah.
If there's no principle, it can create flood.
Yes.
Too much water.
Sure. So it's think about the stone cannot control water. Stone cannot block the water. But the soil, and then we make some soil ore, and then that can control water. So what does that mean? I'm thinking, like you just before you mentioned, universal law. So like really everybody agree in this universal law that agreeable. So we have to take some agree with the water, and then but the water also go to the future. So future for offspring. So how we can control water and show the future's way. So why we should be like a model, why we should follow the universal law, make the water energy person if understand that our will, why, and then they can move the reason. So reasonable is also earth energy.
Right.
So I think they want to know because they're always very thought and they enjoy research a lot. So more wisdom, and then also water energy is very powerful. If we start to really pop up, and very powerful power they have.
Yeah, so I think the next going from the supporting sequence from water to tree energy. So good like offspring, the next generation occur. But it also starts with healthy water. If we have unhealthy water, like flooding already, like all that, it can make disaster too.
Sure.
So I think it is important to look at the whole cycle.
Yeah.
So really, like everything healthy, then it's healthy because it's cyclical.
Yes.
Like in the human, in our environment, every year, right? So from tree, and then we complete the winter water. So I think another way to look at it, it is for understanding. So good water should see, what's the good way for the next cycle?
Yeah.
Then we purify.
Yeah, right. So why we start to believe God or some supernatural beings because rotten. Who choose? If we rotten and dismissed. So we should be chosen. You should be chosen, and if you want to be chosen, and then you have to be like a more live water and then healthy water. If you be rotten, then in the future you dismiss. So nobody want to be dismissed. So that's a water energy should be careful, maintain healthy water, and then purify the water. Yeah. So too much thought, sometimes too much various way, we lose that. Is it healthy thought or unhealthy thought? So sometimes it's good for other people. Maybe kindness only good for other people. No, sometimes we have to remind that this is the correct way. This is also consider other people. So we have to choose correct way. So from Earth, I think Earth energy have to be very responsible. Earth, matter, because it's reality. It's something real, material world occur. So it shouldn't be rotten.
So start from good earth, then you have good metal, and then you have good water. Then the good water can bring more good offspring, the tree, and then the good fire, then good earth again.
Yeah. So
that's how we can get out of the vicious cycle of like lack of wisdom. So I feel like it's all integrated. We have to look at the whole cycle, and also like water is encompassing. I feel like as a water energy person, I tend to, and also I actually need to explain how smoothness happen. It's not a fake smoothness. Like, you do this, it's okay. No, it's not like that.
Everything is okay.
Right. That's not right. That's not right. It's really to understand what's the law of the universe, and then begin to recognize, okay, everybody, they bring their understanding to it, but I'm water. I can hold their thoughts.
Yeah.
If they are good thoughts, I hold them. And then I'm not really attached to what I see, but I see other people's way. Then my fun is sometimes is to say, I see something, but will it happen my way or not? I'm not attached to the result, but I'm enjoying the process to see, is it reaching what I see? But it is good. If it is not, it's okay too, because I have fun in the process to see how things come together.
Yeah, so you're good. You have a good water energy, so you admit. Oh, sometimes, I did a mistake.
Right.
Oh, that's my thought is wrong. This is also very good.
Yeah. So sometimes, even if I think I'm still correct, it could be like that. I still think, okay, at this moment I'm wrong, but eventually maybe I'm still correct, because there's time. Only time can show the truth. So I'm not really worried or attached to it. For me, that the whole process of flowing is fun, because I enjoy that process of knowing whether I'm right or wrong. But that's kind of the water itself, like wisdom, right? So you generate understanding.
Yeah.
Is more important than getting my way.
Yeah, not getting your ways, but we consider most healthy water usually from the rock. Because through the rock they purified, and then really good water occur. So like those water are very expensive to buy to drink, for drink. So I think the water energy should consider the rock is like by law and something we cannot break. And then they threw that thing, and really good water occur. Good water occur. So something we have to remind to water energy people, and no water fraud, no water fraud. So have to through the purification, and then good water energy occur, good idea occur. As many people with the idea, we can help many people.
Okay, any other?
No.
That's it? Okay, well, let's keep on applying Yin Yang 5 elements in our daily life. See you next time.
See you next time.